This is a Heeb Media podcast.
Welcome to Yenta,
Hello.
the podcast that's sometimes about comedy, sometimes about Judaism, and always about gossip. Today on the podcast, we have the amazing, the wonderful, the beautiful, the stunning, gorgeous Madison Werner, everybody!
Hi, everyone! My whole thing is like I've seen literally every stand-up like show special on Netflix that's a woman because unless you're a queer man, I kind of don't understand why men should be laughing.
You're talking.
It's so fair because I know men are like, women aren't funny. I don't get it. And I'm like, that's so rude. And then I watch male stand-up specials and I'm
funny.
like, men aren't funny. I don't get it.
They are not funny. I was on Hinge. Well, I'm on Hinge, but like literally the other day, there was this guy in his thing where he was like, together we could Looksmaxx and Mog. And I was like, you can go all the way straight to not near me.
Yeah.
Like, what?
It's also just like, it's like the most trans thing to be Lookmaxxing.
You took the thought out of my brain.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like every like straight man Looksmaxxing is doing the exact same thing every trans man is.
Yes. And every trans woman is, but like the opposite direction.
Exactly.
Literally. Like, it's
It's like
Trans men are
gender-affirming
hammering
care.
their faces.
but like
that's a
leaning
new
into
gender
their
hack.
features, like all that stuff. You know, I had a bar mitzvah. It was pop star themed. Yeah,
No
I sat
one
at the
saw
Miley
that coming.
table.
It was like Kesha or Lady Gaga.
Which, by the way,
You-
speaking of Kesha, this is so random. I've literally, now I can say that I've had a conversation with Kesha at a party.
Shut up.
This was like a few months ago.
How was it?
So
How is
okay,
she?
that's some good gossip. Okay, so
Okay.
So basically I was at this party that it was the Epic Records Grammy party. Kesha was there and I told my friend, I was like, do you dare me to start a conversation with her? And he said, yeah, I dare you. I go up to her and I say, I love your outfit. I love your look. And she and her like sleazy vibe was like, thanks, mama. I told my stylist like to just make me look cunt. And she did. And I was like, oh my God, in this like Mongolian fur coat. And she was like, I don't even know, baby. I just wanted to look cunt. And and she was like, are you going to the Grammys, babe? And I was like, no, I'm not. Are you? She was like, yeah.
She's like, yeah, I'm Kesha. My gossip has been that I've started getting my nails done, which like has been a weird gender thing for me as someone who like really mostly presents mask and has been and doesn't know what a lip kit is. But like I've been loving getting my nails done and I've been loving the like shape of it and the like feeling of it, and these are my natural nails. They're almond shaped.
Wait, that's your natural nail? Sorry, it took me a second to register that.
These
Oh
are
my God.
natural nails,
really impressive.
bitches. You know, as like a queer person, it's hard to like have sex with pussies if you're like have longer nails. Which, like, let's be honest, I'm not doing that as much anymore, so I can have longer nails. And when I went to the nail salon, the nail tech was like, she was kind of like, she was holding my nails up and my fingers up, and she was like, "Oh, your hands are so like flimsy." Like she kind of just kept like,
I'm dead.
I don't know. Do you know what
To me, am I flimsy?
I think you're kind of flimsy too. It's this like thing where I guess like she was like picking them up and it was just like so easy for her to pick them up and she kind of was like
That's
laughing
so
with me
funny.
about it. She kind of was like making fun of me.
Now we're all just like moving our fingers around like, am I flimsy?
Yeah, she like picked up my nails to like do my finger to do the nail and she was like, this is weird. Whatever. She was just making fun of me.
Because
So
it's like
funny.
you didn't like hold your finger.
I didn't hold it
You didn't
up.
hold your finger up.
Yes.
Because you're not used to getting
I guess.
nail.
Wow.
But what she told me, and then after she like found out that I was married, and she was like, "Oh, I thought she was like, I thought you were just like a privileged young child who's never worked a day in their life, and that's why your fingers were so easily like.
She's like,
But
I
now-
thought you were one of the aristocracy.
Yeah, kind of. She's like, I thought you've never worked, but now that I know you have a husband, I know that you must be working very hard.
Wait.
What?
So
There's so much.
so
like,
many things.
I brought a little gossip.
Yes,
that
please.
is like, it's less of the like gender gossip and more of like my hyperfixations gossip.
Please.
Okay, but I think that I've uncovered a business that is scamming its customers.
Tell me.
And
Tell me.
and here's the thing. At the end of the story is that I still haven't figured it out, but I'm pretty sure that I have evidence. Okay. So I'm obsessed with artisanal dark chocolate.
Love.
Okay.
That is a
Antonia
niche
is an
interest.
artisanal dark chocolate sommelier.
No, I really am. And like, there's like
She
I
run
run tasting events.
Yes.
Now
I love this.
you should come. You're gonna love
Love
it.
to. I'd be
It's at
honored.
the chocolate dispensary in Echo Park, which is like they're like the greatest. Okay, so it's in fact at the chocolate dispensary. They show me this bar. They're like, you're never gonna believe this. This bar is 100% chocolate, unsweetened, not a drop of sugar. You're never gonna believe this. I'm very familiar with this kind of bar. I love this kind of bar. I love a 100% unsweetened. I taste it. I'm like, this is sweetened. This is absolutely sweetened. I call up the company.
Oh my god.
I call them up and I'm like, I'm a chocolate educator.
Nice.
Love.
Drop cred. And I'm like, I just found your 100% bar and like, it's incredible. It's like,
I feel like it's our
unbelievable.
best seller.
And I was just wondering if I could talk to somebody about this. And she's like, yes, it is incredible. And I'm like, no. It's really like, it's hard to believe.
Oh, she thought you wanted a gab.
Yeah, exactly. And so I like butter up and I'm sort of like, it's amazing. It's incredible. I've never tasted a 100% bar that tastes like this. And she's like, I know, because we use premium chocolate. And I'm like, Okay. But like,
you go.
yeah. So I'm like trying to grill it out of her. I'm like, no, really? I get into the meat of it. I'm like, it tastes sweet. And she's like, yeah, because it's premium. And I'm like, right, no, it's not just premium. Like it's like it. I'm trying to get it out of her. She refuses to give me anything. At one point she's like, well, I don't know if you've actually tasted like good 100% chocolate. And I'm like, oh no,
What a read.
I've tasted a lot.
Wow.
And then she goes, which brands? And I was like, I don't know. It's probably over 100. Do you want me to list them? And she's like, yes. And I start listing
You have a spreadsheet.
all of the brands. And I'm just like, girl, like, I think I know. At this point, I can tell I know more about how chocolate's made than she does even. So anyway, like, I finally, at the end of the conversation, I'm like, do you think there's a world where you could be mislabeling something? And she's like, absolutely not. I'm like, okay, but can I just bring you this bar and have you taste it in front of me?
Bring you the bar.
And have you confirm to me that this is your 100% bar? And they're like, it was reasonable that I could have gone to visit them. And she's like, yes. And so I planned this whole trip. Like, it's like around a comedy show. It's not just for that, but it's like, I'm going to be in the area for a thing.
That's so funny.
And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to be here this day. And she's like, absolutely, come bring it. Anyway, the day before I'm supposed to go, she cancels. And I've never heard from her since.
Oh. When I tell you, I didn't well, maybe I did, but not fully understood the power that a good dicking down has.
Oh my God. Wow.
Let's go.
Wow.
Let's start the podcast
Let's
there
just
next
start
time.
there because, like, I just, like that. I think, like, after that ran its course, I was like, yeah, guys, I'm awake now. I'm here. I'm showing up to the party now.
You are an enlivened being.
There was this guy, and like, first of all, love that another aspect of this was it showed me like that after I felt so broken. Wow, that sounds so dramatic, but whatever. Like that there's so much better out there. And I was like, okay,
Yeah.
amazing. So that's one. But two,
You are Phoenix from ashes.
Yes.
and so but basically, like, how do I explain this? Like, it was one of those where on like the second date, I go to his place, which arguably is that a good idea? I don't know. But like I went, like we were watching the Yu-Gi-Oh movie together. Which, by the way, I love. I'm a
That's
Yu-Gi-Oh-er
so
over
funny.
Pokemon. But like we were watching it and we bonded over that, and then we just like start hooking up to the Yu-Gi-Oh movie.
Oh my God.
This is a Heeb Media podcast.